Imagine this. You're climbing higher than you've ever climbed before. You can see the summit, the life you want, the version of you that feels just out of reach. You're steps away, inches, and then you stop. You hesitate. You turn around. You walk back down the mountain you swore you were ready to conquer. Why? Why do we sabotage the very things we say we want? Why do we pull away right when success is finally within reach? Today, we're diving into the Mountain is You framework, a brutally honest, deeply transformative way of understanding self-sabotage. A mountain that is not in your way but is you. And once you understand this, your life will never look the same again. Self-sabotage isn't laziness. It isn't lack of discipline. It isn't proof that you're broken. Self-sabotage is a protective mechanism. Every time you procrastinate, overthink, quit early, pick a fight, numb out, or distract yourself, you're not trying to ruin your life. You're trying to protect yourself from a threat that doesn't exist anymore. Because your brain doesn't care about your dreams. It cares about your patterns. It cares about what feels familiar. It cares about what keeps you alive, not what makes you fulfilled. So when you start rising, evolving, expanding your old identity panics. It whispers, slow down. This is infantile risky. We are. And that whisper becomes sabotage. The mountain is not the obstacle. The mountain is the internal terrain you've avoided exploring. Your fears, your wounds, your beliefs, your unprocessed emotions, your outdated identity. The mountain is every version of you that learned to survive, but never learned to thrive. And here's the truth most people never hear. You don't sabotage because you're weak. You sabotage because you're strong, because you adapted, because you survived things that required you to shrink, hide, or stay small. But survival strategies don't work in a life built for expansion. You can't climb a mountain with the same posture you used to crawl through a cave. So the mountain becomes a mirror. It shows you where you're still carrying fear, where you're still holding on, where you're still living as the old you. And the climb becomes the transformation. There's a moment right before the breakthrough where sabotage hits hardest. Why? Because success is not just gain. Success is loss. To succeed, you must lose the identity you've outgrown, the comfort of the familiar, the excuses that once protected you. You must lose the relationships built on your smaller self, the predictability of staying the same. Success is a death, a rebirth, a shedding, and your subconscious knows it. So when you get close to the summit, your mind screams, this is too much change. Too fast, too unfamiliar. Go back, and you do. Not because you're incapable, but because you're unprepared for the emotional consequences of succeeding. This is why people quit right before the finish line. Why they ghost opportunities. Why they sabotage relationships that are healthy. Why they stop showing up when things start working. Success demands a new identity, and your old identity fights for its life. Self-sabotage is never random. It always comes from one of these core roots. 1. Fear of the unknown. Your brain prefers a predictable misery over an unpredictable possibility. 2. Fear of failure. If you don't try, you can't fail. Sabotage becomes a shield. 3. Fear of success. Success brings responsibility, visibility, expectations, and that can feel terrifying. 4. Fear of abandonment. If you grow, will the people you love still accept you? 5. Fear of identity loss. Who are you without your struggle? Without your story? Without the version of you that people expect? 6. Emotional residue. Old wounds create new patterns. Unhealed pain becomes self-protection disguised as self-destruction. When you understand the route, you stop fighting the symptom. You don't stop sabotage by forcing discipline. You stop sabotage by creating safety. 1. Name the pattern. Awareness dissolves resistance. Say it out loud. I'm sabotaging because I'm afraid of becoming someone new. 2. Identify the fear beneath the behavior. Ask, what am I afraid will happen if I succeed? 3. Rebuild internal safety. Your nervous system must feel safe with expansion. Start small. Build tolerance for success. 4. Update your identity. You can't create a new life with an old self-image. Shift from, I hope I can do this, to I am becoming the person who does this. 5. Practice emotional endurance. Growth feels uncomfortable, not because it's wrong, but because it's unfamiliar. 6. Replace survival habits with supportive habits. You don't eliminate patterns, you outgrow them. 7. Celebrate micro-wins. Your brain needs evidence that success is safe. This is how you climb the mountain, not by force, but by alignment. There comes a moment, subtle, quiet, almost unnoticeable, where you stop running from yourself, where the fear is still there, but it no longer controls you, where the old identity whispers, but the new identity speaks louder, where the mountain stops being a threat and becomes a path. This is the moment you realize you were never fighting the world. You were fighting the version of you that didn't believe you deserved more. And now you're ready to let that version go. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not failing. You are transforming. Every time you feel resistance, every time you feel fear, every time you feel the urge to sabotage, that is your mountain calling you higher. So here's your next step. If this message hit you deeply, don't let it end here. Share this with someone who needs it. Save it, rewatch it, start the climb today, because the mountain is not in your way. The mountain is you. And you are finally ready to rise.